eternal in the dark depths of this prison.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me as we continue on with Tataru's grand endeavor. So I've really been looking forward to this one. We've been waiting for our little journey with Tataru to continue, and the next quest is called Soaring Prophets. So we're back here in Charlian, about to speak with, I guess she's Tataru's assistant, Majinda. Okay, Soaring Prophets. Madinja has samples that need delivering, and the anticipation of adventure strikes you like a bracing wind. So yes, we're going to be seeing the Red Bills again. So you will be needing to do the Void Arc series to be able to do this quest. Why, hello there! Your arrival could not have been more timely. Mr. Tataru has just left instructions for another batch of deliveries. She sends her regards, of course. Today she's in Idyllshire for business with Rowena's House of Splendors, and tomorrow we'll no doubt find her in some other far-flung corner of the realm. We mustn't be outdone, Claire. Wow, so she's become a little adventurer, hasn't she? I'm really impressed and happy for her at the same time. This time our samples are destined for 2 organizations in Coerthus. An arrangement made possible by none other than Master Sidcard. Oh yeah, I remember that from last time. He contacted his dear friend Lord Emmanuel de Fortomt, who was kind enough to spread word of the boutique to his own contacts across Ishgard. It hardly took any time for the first letter of interest to reach us, and once these samples have been delivered, that interest will be piqued to a passion. Since when have the two of them been best buddies? I mean, I guess that was always kind of there, but still. I didn't think they'd ever admit to it. Or so I have been assumed. Lord Emmanuel has insisted he will take care of all the particulars and bid me convey with enthusiasm that he looks forward to accompanying you on the deliveries. Now then, regarding that secret mission of ours. The necklace, Tataru's mother's necklace. So apparently we have a jewel from last time, I think. Oh yeah, the sapphire! A gorgeous sapphire, is it not? It'll make a beautiful necklace once restored. A keepsake of not only Mistress Tataru's mother, but that of her many friends and allies from across the realm. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like. I'm confident that someone of your experience has the most discerning eye for mementos. Bring back anything you think will make a worthy addition. And with that, I will leave these samples in your capable hands and eagerly await your safe return. Right, so Tataru's family used to live in Udal, and they used to be really wealthy, but then her father kind of got into deep debt, and they basically had to kind of sell off everything, if I remember correctly. Tataru worked, I think, in the Goldsmiths Guild for a little while. That's where she ended up meeting Minfilia. I think that was when Minfilia, she used to be a miner. So she would go out every day, mine for precious ores and metals and jewels and bring them back. And I think that she ended up meeting Tataru inside the Goldsmiths Guild. I think she was a receptionist there or something. And she made such an impression that when Minfilia started the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, or no, it wasn't the Scions yet, it was the Path of the 12? I think it was the Path of the 12. Anyway, when she started up her first organization, the predecessor to the Scions, she went ahead and personally invited Tataru to join as the receptionist, because she made such a really big impression on her. But apparently that necklace was a very valuable item that belonged to Tataru's mother, and it had to have been sold off to help pay for the family's debts. And most of it kind of got destroyed, I guess, while it was in the Colosseum. Or at least worn down in the Colosseum, and that sapphire is really the only piece left. I think that's what they said. And now we're just looking for pieces to kind of add to it so that she can have a piece of not only her mother, but kind of like, just shows how far she's come. And there he is, Madeleine. What can I say? Claire, old girl, it's good to see a rosy glow in your cheeks considering that dreadful business with the immediate destruction of mankind and the end of times and whatnot. Yeah, considering the last time you saw me, I was probably like half dead after leaving the Ragnarok. At least that's kind of what I picture, because even with the Scions healing her, I imagine that she would have needed at least a few extra days to rest and recover. So he was there in Charlian that whole time, so he probably knew about it. Yes, indeed. Who better to distribute exquisite arms and accoutrements than a bona fide hero such as yourself? Well, I have two parties with simply ravenous interest in your products, dear lady. Yeah, something tells me that the Rose Knights are one of them. The first of whom so happens to be rather exquisite herself, my dearest Lady Laninetti. Of course it is. Francel's older sister. Be so good as to precede me to the Rose House. I shall be along promptly, of course, just as soon as I'm coiffed and powdered. Really? Then again, I'm not surprised. I'm really not. Oh well, what can you do? Look, it's pretty obvious that he really likes her, but she definitely doesn't like him. I don't think he's her type. I mean, maybe she does have like some kind of special feelings for him, but yeah, I'm sorry. I just do not see the two of them getting together. And you know what? I'm a little surprised that Artael, at the very least, isn't, already engaged. I mean, he is now the new count, so you think that women will be lining up to have a chance to marry a count, but I mean, I love the two brothers, I really do. They kind of wormed their way into my heart after Heavensward, and I really want the best for them. Though Emmanuel, I think he just makes things so much harder than they have to be on himself. He tries so hard to be helpful, but he doesn't realize that he's really causing more damage than actually helping out. Well met, Claire. 'Tis good to see you hale and whole. Thank you for personally making the trip. I know your obligations are many. Truth be told, your arrival could scarce have had better timing. While our erstwhile troubled relations with the Vanu improved by the day, we've been forced to reconsider our current mutinations due to recent incidents of, let me guess, sky pirates? I have come, my darling Blossom. Behold a Madeleine the Executioner, here to smite your foes with ruthless ardor. Oh, come on. I'm sorry, it does not suit him. It really does not suit him. Well, I strike a rather smashing silhouette, do I not? Why, Sidcard could not have found a better man to gift these samples to. Surely such splendid armor could be put to better use than fashion, Lord Emmanuel. Could I not prevail upon your better senses to relinquish that gear to those who might appreciate its practicality? Far be it from me to deny any request of yours, Lady Laninetti. Only, I must confess that I may have slightly exaggerated Sidcard's generosity in the matter of gifting these. Ah, you mean to say you borrowed them? No doubt without his knowledge or consent. And why should I have expected otherwise? Friends may forgive, but it bears repeating that your clients deserve at least a modicum of professionalism. You do have other clients, don't you? Of course I have, and of no little celibacy at that. You remember the Red Bills, of course. Oh, I remember them, I really do. It was a good storyline. The Sky Pirates? An experienced adventurer should know them hardly surprises me, but how does a privileged son of House Fortums come to make their direct acquaintance? It's a happy coincidence of ale and circumstance, I assure you. As Claire here can attest, an unabased range of social contacts is the essential arsenal of not just adventurers, but any gentleman of consequence, or lady of consequence, as it were. Unbiased is all very well, but Sky Pirates are precisely the problem I was speaking of earlier, Claire, before we were interrupted. Recently, self-proclaimed Sky Pirates have been marauding trading vessels with troubling audacity. Even the Sky Steel Manufactory has reported stolen property at the hands of these ruffians. Troubling news indeed, though I cannot imagine fellows as amicable as our Red Bills could be responsible. Still, we should hear aught of it. I shall send word directly. Now then, Claire, off we trot to the infamous Parak. I have been told to seek out a certain red standard upon Coldwind. How the pulse quickens! Oh, he tries so hard. You have to feel bad for him. Yeah, I really don't think the warrior gear suits him. Maybe if he went for the gunbreaker, that might suit him better. That's just me, though. This looks rather promising, wouldn't you say? I leave the rest to your uncanny sense of direction, old girl. To the Parak we go. And how do you plan to get there, by the way? I mean, I have many mounts that I can fly to. Well, well, if you ain't the very picture of health, Claire, saving the star from complete annihilation didn't tax you over much then, eh? Let me guess, it was not compared to all the bowing and scraping required of the mercantile gentile. Don't tell me this dandy is what wooed you from the life of sweet nothings of financial comfort. Well, Fard, my good man, you know as well as I that the only one wooing Claire into anything is yourself. Really? He likes us? Don't think your interest in our mutual friend here escaped my notice. Your aim all along was less about armaments than it was an audience with Claire, was it not? Not bad for a dandy. I might have set me sights on a touching reunion between Claire and myself, and that's not to say I won't be needing those samples. See, I got a job that could right benefit from both your keen sense and those pieces you brought me, so long as they're half the quality of what Amanda Lane was showing off in the alehouses anyway. I can count on your participation, yes? You'll be duly compensated, of course. Just name your price. Parts of a necklace? For Tataru herself, eh? I've preferred something you might make use of. Bet far be it from me to dictate what a woman does with her booty. If that's your recompense, I'll see what I can do. Now that we have you on board, allow me to elaborate. Seems another band of petty thieves has been masquerading as sky pirates and harrying honest traders as of late. So you've heard of them. Aye, the so-called monstrous cockatoos don't exactly strike fear into the hearts of man, but they're being a right nuisance, and now they've gone and made things personal. You remember the Ramilli, don't you? The captain's old airship? Well, after what happened in Dunescape, we've been commissioning the finest airship parts from across the realm for the construction of her successor. Only to have those cockapert nincompoops pillage the very Skysteel manufacturing vessel that was carrying our precious cargo. Well, that wasn't smart. The nerve of some people, eh? Makes me mouthwater. Of course, once the cockatoos realized whose property they pilfered, they flew into a panic and holed up in Idleshire after stashing the goods somewhere. This is where you and your samples come in. We want you to take Leofard and... Before you spill the rest, Stasia, let's make sure our friend here's still up for a spot of fouling. How about it then? Oh, how could I refuse hanging out with you guys? I have been craving Game Bird lately. I knew I was right to call you. Those dowdy ducklings won't know what plucked them. Quite so. With Claire returned and our crew complete, victory over these ne'er-do-wells is most certainly assured. By the by, would you have any terrible objections if I inform the Rose Knights of your designs upon these charlatans? The Knights are affiliated with House Helionot, you see, and thus have particular interest in recovering the contents of that Skysteel vessel. I know my the most capable Lady Lananetti simply will not rest until she has brought these scoundrels to justice. Can't say it's an alliance I've ever considered, but so long as I get all the cockatoo I'm due, our knights most thorny are welcome to catch and cage as they see fit. Our knights most thorny, I love that. Splendid! Lady Lananetti shall be very glad to hear of it, overjoyed even. Yes, she may simply be unable to contain her unbound delight. I must away! Getting a bit ahead of yourself there, Mandeline. Not awaiting us in Idleshire, but danger and subterfuge, but such is more tempting to our ilk than lovely knights, eh? Let's be off. I'll explain the rest of our gambit once we get there. And Tataru is supposed to be in Idleshire, right? So we're gonna run into her here too. That'd be nice. Between Leofard hoarding all of the shiny baubles and Cat Sith coveting all the maps and scrolls, the Red Bills ain't been selling much in way of treasure lately. To be frank, we're flat broke. Sure, restoring the good name of Sky Pirates is the master of pride, but we simply can't afford to lose those airship parts. Well, he still has plenty of treasure last I checked. He's got like a whole room filled with gold. I, for one, am most indignant by how well he looks. Oh, yes, he does. Who's the dandy now, you ask? I reckon my reputation precedes me in these parts, and the legendary red-billed leopard ain't known for togs like these. Though I could get used to this. Comfortable, practical, and with a sense of style to boots. And often you find that holy triad in battle gear. Quite the line you're trotting. Which brings us to your role in my master plan. Well, it ain't easy laying low in a motley place like Ittleshire. These cock-a-hoop cowards have been managing it well enough. So, to lure them out, we're going to spread savory rumors of a black market merchant looking to fence fine contraband for even finer coin. That's you. So I'm the bait. Just strike up a chat with any adventurers or peddlers that seem like to share hearsay. I'll be playing your handsome bodyguard, so rest assured I've got your back, mistress. I've taken the liberty of preparing your guise. It ain't as flattering as Leopard's, but you should fit the part nicely in this. Oh, I can't wait to see this. He's accompanying us, keeping at our side. Okay, wearing the black market merchant guise. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's the outfits. Ungus's outfits. Oh god. This gear fits me surer than a glove. I only wish I could wear my own scarf with it. How each Red Bill wears their scarf is their business. Whether they sport it outright or keep it tucked away has no bearing on their rank or allegiance. I don't ask on principle, but I'll admit that I'm dreadfully curious. As to where you keep yours. I think it might actually be in my glamour dresser. I'll have to double check. It's been a while since I looked at that. But if you don't remember Ungus, he was way back in a realm Reborn, like right before the Ifrit quest, like before we fought Ifrit. He was the merchant that kind of sold us out to the Amaja. It's the same outfit. I recognize it. So we got 3 people to talk to. Contrabandists? Well, I do know of some sky pirates new to town, and just the other day I overheard them discussing their latest windfall. Yes, just the sort of enterprising folk we're looking for. You think you could help us pin them down? I'll do what I can. I'm no stranger to sky pirates, so I'll ask around. Oh man, I don't know how I feel about it. It doesn't suit her. It really does not suit her. But then again, her face is very well known as the Warrior of Light and all that, so probably best that it doesn't suit what she normally wears. Merchant yourself, are you? Perhaps I'm overstepping, but considering this friendly advice, seeking out sky pirates dressed in such stereotypical garb is akin to dangling a sign from your neck reading, "Purge my purse." Oh, the righteous red bells may pity you, dear lady, but few else. Oh, if only he knew. Righteous? Righteous ain't never been to me liking, mate. I just can't abide them retrobates what don't honor the creed of sky pirating. Or so you can imagine Red Bill Leopard might say, eh? Not that it's any matter of ours. Anyhow, should you find someone looking to offload a dubious obtained merchandise, send them our way, will you? If you insist, but don't say I didn't warn you. Okay. Oh, okay, I see now. Like, I just saw like the little icon there and I just immediately went straight for them. Jovial Busy Dealer. Yes, Gobby, I catches such sky stealers. Sky stealers come to claim busy deal at Craft Forge. They bring no trade goods for Jiggly's shrine. Great laugh joke for Gobby merchants. Sky stealers leave with grump face. Gobby does not understand why uplanders wish to trade tongue flaps with grump-faced sky stealers, but happy to hand lend for more laugh jokes. Much obliged. If all goes to plan, we'll have you laugh joking over their sorry hides for summers to come. Great happiness. For good in the Uplanders, Gobby shares one more laugh joke. Sky Stealers whine cry about calling strong friend as they shame run. Friend may be strong, but Sky Stealer bring cases are still airy light. The old I'll call my strong friend to beat you up tactic. Really? Where are they? Wait, this strong friend of theirs, is it who I think it is? So, are we the talk of the town yet? As far as I can tell, you're strong contenders. Perhaps second only to the rumors about a mysterious intimidator who's cast their lot in with the cockatoos. Yeah, it has to be her. Leader of the Talons, I think her name. I can't remember her name, but only natural that those shriveling whelps hired a brown beater. But what thickhead willingly courts the rancor of Red Bill Leofard? Well, I suppose a few names come to mind, but no matter. Our plan proceeds as discussed. Let's take to the streets and wait for our clients to come crawling, eh? Whoa there, are you the trader looking to chaffer with the monstrous cockatoos? Chaffer? With scracks like you? Fury on me, I don't know whether to laugh or cry. That voice! Red Bell Leofard! As you live and breathe, not for long though if you don't hand over what you and your dicky bird stole. Bluster all you like, Red Bill, but you ain't getting the better of us this time. We've treated with a sky pirate that'll crush you to prominence. And there you were thinking this would be ever so simple, were you not, my dear Leofard? It has to be her. Not in the slightest. I was thinking surely Redelia and her talons would never sink so low as to become lackeys to a lackey. But here you are. Might even start to pity you. And that is where you consistently underestimate me, Red Bill. I would stop at nothing to realize my desires, or were the sweet memories we made together in Doonscaleth not enough to convince you of that? But I suppose I might be willing to overlook your stubborn indifference and return those stolen airship parts you so desperately seek, if you would but call me your captain. Completing that airship means more to me than you'll ever understand. I ain't leaving here without me stolen goods. If they're worth recovering, that is. You there, Cockalorn, you didn't leave that plunder in Win-aspected territory, did you? Of course you did. Head's as empty as a tosspot tanker. Those airship parts are embedded with highly calibrated corrupted crystals. Put them in any contact with wind sprites, and they're no better than glorified scrap. Wait a moment, he said contact, didn't he? How many wind sprites go contacting the rock formations on Providence, eh? It'll be fine. Utata, you got your hands on an airship, yes? Take her to Providence and go pick up our stolen goods. Some genius hid them under a rock. You were bluffing? Obviously. Don't make me doubt your intelligence, Redelia. What airship needs parts that can't handle a little wind? Tell what you like, Leofard. I hardly need bloody airship bits to beat you into submission. Oh, let me slip into something more comfortable. Claire? Oh, now you recognize me. Did you say Claire? As in the Claire Fay? Since when was she a friend of the Red Bills? Seems I'm not the only one whose name is worth something in these parts. I'm still prettier, though. Oh, I beg to differ. Look at her, she's adorable. Well then, sweet cockatoos, let's get about cutting you up into cock-a-threes and fours, shall we? Red Bill by himself is one thing, but Claire is something else. Ain't nothing for it, lads. Flee for your lives! So much for monstrous. Let's leave them to the garrison. Ain't enough meat on their shivering bones to warrant the chase. Delia, Redelia, I reckon this was little more than a diversion to you, but surely you didn't think I'd fool to such a weak hand. All the more pity that you assumed those airship parts were the only pieces of value taken from me and mine. But no matter, it's time to make your allegiances clear. If you and your talents intend to continue this farce, then we'll have it out here and now. Well? It seems I misjudged my prospects. I thought those simpletons might amount to more than sniveling turntails. I have neither loyalty nor affection for a useless cockatoo. I suppose I shall have to content myself with this reunion in itself. But you will need more than clever bluffs to evade me next time, of that you may be certain. Oh, just kiss already. It's clear they like each other. They just don't want to admit it. You were standing by in case you needed help. I'm glad it didn't come to fisticuffs. Sounds like it's only a matter of time before Redelia tries her luck again, and gods only know what she has in mind. While sky pirating may prove profitable, villainy shall not. May the cockatoos never forget the lessons learned this day. Those were some fine samples, without question, but nothing beats wearing me own rags again. Go ahead to the padlock and wait for us in me chambers. We'll be along once I've spoken with our knight's most thorny. So just flying off back to the paddock. And I realized that I could have gotten much closer if I teleported straight to the Vanu village. Couldn't think of the word there for a moment. Oh well. It's been a while since we get to visit the Sea of Clouds, so might as well enjoy it. You ever notice something strange, though? I noticed this a while ago, but why are there so much more stars in the source than there are on, like, the first? I mean, there's still plenty of stars in the night sky, but nowhere near as much as what we get here in the source. I wonder why that is. And it's not here. Oh, there it is. You know, I might have to do like New Game Plus and just replay through the Void Arc series because that was a really good series. I miss it. I ain't never seen anyone able to rile up the captain quite so much as that little cat Sith. It's a bloody talent, I tell you. Yeah, they get along like oil and water. But at the same time, they're friends. So they get along. I guess opposites just attract. You see, look, there's treasure all around us. How could you guys possibly be broke? I mean, come on, Leofard. I mean, I'm sure you can give up like one or two of these like golden vases or something. Well, Utata says all the stolen property is accounted for and finishing touches on our airship proceeds apace. And according to the Rose Knights, the cockatoos will be shipped off to the Diadem, where they can enjoy volunteering their services for the betterment of mankind. Oh, that's good for them. Not that they have any choice in the matter. Speaking of which, Captain, what is to become of the miscellanea recovered from the cockatoo's hoard? I'm sure House Helionot will lay claim to their possessions, but as for the opportunisms of origins unknown... Worry not, Puss. I don't pocket any jigamabob I find like some petty foister. We'll track down their rightful places soon enough if my prediction holds. Claire, is that you? I was wondering when you were going to show up. It is, and you look quite as surprised as I feel. To think we'd meet here, among the clouds and sky pirates. I was just finishing up my affairs in Ilshire when who should come asking for me but Red Bill Leofard. Quite the thrilling twist to my day, I'll have you know. How did Emanuele put it? She's got her fingers in more pies than a high street baker. When I got wind when she was in Idleshire, it felt like snubbing fate not to enlist her expertise. Well, I'm exceedingly glad you did, for I've returned triumphant. Allow me to present the famous traveling portioness, Dormut. Portraits? Ah, but of course, among the recovered items were a number of singularly beautiful paintings. Oh, I am quite relieved to hear it. When I learned that which vessel had fallen prey to sky pirates, I thought those pieces would be lost forever. So, you were yet another victim of the monstrous cockatoos. Still a personal summons to the Power seems like the sort of social nicety to which the captain is normally intolerant. I believe my presence here may have another purpose entirely. You see, Leofard and I are old acquaintances. He commissioned me to paint that portrait, in fact. Oh, so he painted that. My beautiful daughter, Remali. She looks perfectly at home here. Oh, wait. Beautiful daughter? Aye, Dormert is father to Lady Remali, the gentlewoman who cared for Leofard as a lad. He abdicated all family affairs to his son when he became a practicing artist, but he's still a lord in lineage. You mean to say that the renowned portioness Dormert is not only your grandfather, but a former lord as well? Oh, you must forgive my brief introduction from earlier. Not to forgive, Mistress Taru. On the contrary, I'm indebted to you for tracking him down so quickly. Thanks to you, this can happen just as I hoped it might. Construction's about finished on our new airship, and I wanted you here when I christened her. The Remalier will fly again. My dear boy, celebrating your mother's life with you continues to be my great honor. When you hung her portrait here, when you named your first airship, I could see the vestiges of her love shining in your countenance then, just as it is now. I only hope you continue to realize her greatest wish for you, to live as free and unfettered as the sky itself. I know she would be very proud. A bit like herding corals, ain't it? Getting us adventuring types all in one room. Well, worth the effort, I'd say. Moments like these are meant to be shared. Right, believe we got a new airship to fly and the open sky awaits. Well, that's so sweet. That really is sweet. Now this is an airship. Without she handles, I could fly to the edge of existence and back without so much as a hiccup. Which I hear on good authority, or whatever authority Emanuele is when he's in his cups, you have literally done. I reckon I've never been such equal parts awed and envious, though I'll assume the invitation was simply lost by a post-Moogle. Nay, nay, in all candor, I'm certain there are some skies only meant for your eyes. Escape these are passing even my wildest imaginings. So chart the ends of eternity and horizons filled with peril. Just don't think you've seen the last of what wonders these heavens hold. I'll come find you again before long, Claire, and I'll bring everything I always promise. That thrilling, heady rush of a high adventure. You know, he's good. He really is. The farewell may be bitter sorrow. Know that it is but fodder for reunions most gay. No need to get mawkish, Furball. It ain't as if Claire's dropping off the face of the star. Not permanently, anyhow. We'll meet again soon enough, though Cat Sith is liable to mope like a damn kitten till we do. I expect these planets will be free of half-baked brigards for a time yet, but should you ever find yourself in need of a red bill, don't hesitate to call. Thank you. 'Tis no small comfort knowing our ships may distribute their wares in safety. As for you, Claire, we'll be in touch. Wow, that was invigorating. Well, I love nothing more than to catch our collective breath over a cup of tea. Business calls me to Ishgard. No rest for the enterprising and talented, as they say. Shall we, Dermot? Might I persuade you to accompany us? I should very much like to hear of your adventures. Painting subjects I find personally inspiring is a particular credo of mine. I dare say you have brushed shoulders with more than a few individuals of note. Thank you for indulging an old man's eccentricities. Now then, perhaps you could begin with the adventures you shared with Leofard and his crewmates. Leofard intentionally offloaded this in our direction, yes? Whatever could it be? Show goodwill from the Red Bills. I guess it's our share of the booty that we got back. Oh, that's right. When Leofard spoke to me about finding Duramert, he did mention sending something along in thanks. Well, I would make quite the sight lugging this around to all my meetings, so might I ask you to hold on to it for the time being? I trust you not to rush off with my share of the reward. Oh, if only she knew. A gift from notorious Red Bills, you know. They're rather a nice sort of sky pirate, don't you think? So I'm guessing that we're nearing the end here. But this is where I think that we get the reward. Not just about Tataru's necklace, but there was also another reward. A bright and energetic young lady's your employer, Claire. I hope shepherding me back to Ishgard did not delay her business over long. The tales you shared on the journey here were beyond anything I could have anticipated. Never have I heard such inspiring episodes of daring do. Though I may not know them personally, I find myself fascinated by the individuals you described, the comrades and acquaintances of your journeys. Yes, I believe I shall remain in the capital to paint for a time. Should you desire a portrait, I would happily part with it for the cost of its supplies. Find me here and we shall make the arrangements. Yes, so this is where we end up getting it. So we are actually going to be getting portraits of all the other Scions. At least that's what I was told. So we can actually buy them from him. But let's go ahead, turn this in, and I think once we do that, then it will be open to us. Wow, it's already been almost an hour. Okay, so just a few more minutes it should be. Oh, lags, don't you love them? Welcome back. I just received word from Mr. Tataru. What's this about portraits and sky pirates? Red Bear Leoford gave you this for the necklace? Seems to be a leather strap of sorts. An antique one at that. Wait a moment, I recognize this design from my studies. This is a relic from the ancient city of Mach. It is said that Mach sorcerers would weave these cords with magics to make them unbreakable. You'd be hard-pressed to find better material for a necklace. Oh, Mistress Tataru would be so delighted. She chatted endlessly about how pleased she was to know the Red Bills and what sort of products might prove useful to our daring new friends. And the Rose Knights have already placed an order for the garrison. So all in all, I believe our latest endeavor was a brilliant success. As always, we shall be on the lookout for new areas of opportunity, so I hope we can count on you to serve as our charming emissary again. In fact, I believe Mistress Tataru will insist upon it. Until next time. Oh. Yeah, so we can purchase the portraits now. Scions had the help of many souls in gathering refined adamite, did you not? Even those who were not part of the Ishibar contingent. Perhaps there's an opportunity there. Yeah, I think we've heard that before. Well, yeah, it's just that we made so many friends that they all kind of just showed up at once when we called out for help. The Warrior Flight knew pretty much everyone who showed up to deliver the adamite. So, it helps when you have a lot of friends. Though, I don't know how she keeps track of them all. And where is that? Here? I think it's here. So we already have the portrait of Astinian we can get elsewhere. So these are just the other remaining scions. Oh look, there's Tataru! Okay, so Beyond Glow's Veil, that's just Stola, Love and Loss, Thancred. Wherewith We Learn, Urianje, Business Pleasure, Tataru, Scion of Wisdom, Scion of Valor, Discernment, Adventure Calls. Okay, yeah, so that's everyone. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's buy a couple for now. I have to. Oh man, I just don't know where I'm gonna put them. My house is already filled with so much crap. I don't know where to put them all. I'm sure I'll find somewhere. Anyway, that's gonna be it. That's a really nice reward, though I do wonder if we're gonna be getting our own portrait, you know, of us someday. That would be really nice, personally. That's just me, though. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for joining me here as we continue on with Tataru's grand adventures. And yeah, I can't wait to see where this leads us next. So until next time, everyone, take care.